Hi everybody, it's Tatiana and it is pretty late, but I wanted to go ahead and do this book review. I am going to be doing a review of 12 Years a Slave by Solomon Northup, which I just finished reading about 3 hours ago. As most of you probably know, 12 Years a Slave is a nonfiction novel written by a free man named Solomon Northup, who that details and chronicles his experience as he is born a free man, kidnapped, and sold into slavery. This is not just his story. He also tells the story of some of the other people that he comes in contact with, both slave and free. He does not forget a single person or a single person's story. He does great justice to the stories of every other slave that he comes in contact with. His descriptions of not just the slaves, but also his masters and some of the sellers that he makes are surprisingly impartial, in my opinion. He was very kind in his descriptions of a lot of the slave owners and the people that he comes in contact with and meets at the slave market as he is being sold. He has a master that he says is a good master. He has a master that is mean and gives good qualities about him, and it's amazing to me, because I'm like, why even attempt to lift up the virtues of someone who has been a drunk or mean or greedy and jealous and evil, and making sure to, even though they had many negative qualities, he made sure that he also pointed out some redeeming qualities that they had, and I found that very interesting, kind of Stockholmy, but at the same time very interesting. The descriptive detail that is put into this, his telling of the whole 12 years is so great. You can hear it, you can see it, you can smell it, you can feel it when he's talking about the heat, or he's talking about being whipped. They're so vivid that they take you there. I do think I should have read this story first. I started my nonfiction experience and Black History Month reads with Black Like Me. I think I should have started with this story first, because I liked this book more than Black Like Me. And I was so drawn into the story. I didn't expect to be as drawn into it and as taken by it as I was. And I have read and seen so many depictions of the slave experience over the course of my life. I have watched movies. I've seen Roots and Sankofa and Glory and Amistad. I've watched the movies. I've read some books, but this is my first time encountering a story where it is the person who actually went through the experience telling the story, and it makes a huge difference in the impact that the story has for me, because it's firsthand experience. It's not information that's being given by someone who, this is what I heard happened, or based on some things that I heard, this is what I think happened, or what could have been the follow-up to that or the aftermath of that. It is exactly what he remembers as happening. There is a portion in the book where when it comes to him being freed and the motions that had to take place in order for him to be freed from bondage that he was kidnapped into, that he never should have been in the first place. All of the work that went into accomplishing that. I mean, it's all in there, and it's having it as a first-person narrative where the person who actually dealt with it is telling the story makes all the difference in the world. After reading the book, I do want to see the movie. I had said that I didn't want to see the movie because biopics really aren't my thing, but now after reading the book, I want to see the movie. I want to see these things played out in front of my eyes. I will be reading this again because I want to make notes and to highlight some things, and I really didn't do that this time. I did once I got to the end of the story at a couple of places, but I really didn't do that this first go around. I am absolutely amazed that I liked the book as much as I did. That's all I have to say. Have a good weekend. Whenever you see this video, peace out.